What's up, guys? Tim Little. Welcome back to TacticalBassin. It is summertime. It is hot. I am sweaty, and we are going to talk about some summertime finesse tactics, some techniques that will help you guys put more fish in the boat. You know, summertime's a great time to get that reaction bite, your square bills, your frogs, your buzzbait, all those topwater bites, but sometimes it is brutal and you have to slow down, downsize to put fish in the boat. So let's talk finesse fishing summertime. Again, like I said, sometimes if you're not out first thing in the morning, you're not out last light for that topwater bite, you're out middle of the day, maybe you're fishing a tournament and you need to put 5 in a live well, and you're dragging, it's hot. Sometimes you have to downsize and go finesse. Some of my favorite techniques for finesse fishing in the summertime: an underspin. It's still that swim bait presentation. You're downsizing to match the hatch. Here on Clear Lake we have shad, but whatever bait fish you might have in your lake, you want to match that. Put a little fat flash on it, even throw it on a spinning rod. 6, 7, 8 pound test. Just creep it. These fish, sometimes they're just lethargic. They're lazy. They don't want to do much, and you'll see them suspending up underneath docks, and everything you throw to them, they don't care. I mean, you could shake a Senko in front of their face and bang them in the mouth with it, and they won't do anything. Sometimes it is what it is. If it's not the right timing and they don't want to eat, your best bet is to downsize. So the underspin, a little 2.8. I don't leave home without this setup right here. You can throw it on an underspin, you can throw it on a little guppy head, but still keep that little swim bait in your arsenal. My absolute favorite way to catch them if I'm finesse fishing in the summertime is going to be a Senko. I'm going to have it rigged 2 ways. I'm going to have one rigged wacky on a spinning rod, skipping up underneath docks, underneath laydowns, in between bushes, those sort of things. And then I'm going to have one rigged on a bait caster for flipping and pitching into tulies, into little shade pockets, those sort of things. As I'm going down the bank, I'm just going to pick it apart. So a Senko, again, you guys have seen the universal videos that I've shot in the past. This is my go-to bait for summer worming if I'm fishing docks or tule lines, reeds, bulrushes, those sort of things. So again, 2. I'm gonna have one on a spinning rod, one on a bait caster. One on a bait caster is gonna have heavier line. The one on a spinning rod is gonna have a little bit lighter line, so I can skip up underneath things, and I don't have to worry about trying to skip a really light bait on a bait caster, because that could be a nightmare. What else? Drop shot. How do you leave home without a drop shot, right? Again, we're downsizing. Your shad profile worms, your bluegill profile worms. One of my favorites for that is going to be that half shell by Strike King. I don't think I have any out here, but the half shell by Strike King, check it out. I'll put a link down below. I've been doing that for years, taking a Reaction Innovations sweet beaver and cutting it in half, because that the little profile it has mimics a baby bluegill. Awesome. So what else? I got a little summer finesse box here. We got Ned Rigs, we got brush hogs, we got Senkos, we got Finesse Jigs. Finesse Jigs. There's some cool ones on the market these days. This one right here, it's getting hot out here in the sun. Gonna burn myself just grabbing it. This is a little Finesse Jig. This is a Luke Clausen Finesse Jig by Dirty Jigs Tackle. It's got the skirt trimmed for you already. I go ahead and pair a little, what is this? This is the Strike King, the Baby Menace. It's got that real good action on the tail, cups the water, and makes a lot of movement. So that's the Baby Menace. The pocket craw, the little baby pocket craw, that's a good one too. But a finesse jig, that's something that you can fish on your rock piles. You can fish deep, you can fish shallow, you can flip it and pitch it, you can skip it. Super universal, but again, it's downsizing. You're trying to produce bites. You're not trying to catch the biggest fish in the lake. You're still trying to just catch fish and put them in the boat. Drop shotting. Talked about drop shotting a little bit. One of the worms I did want to talk about was the Dream Shot. A little different profile than the half shell. The Robo Worm, the 4.5-inch fat. I like the 4.5 over the 6 in the summertime just because, again, here on Clear Lake, matching the hatch. What else? A Shaky Head. Okay, so I really like throwing a Shaky Head in the summertime. I said before my favorite is Skip and a Senko, but a Shaky Head, we did a video, Matt and I did a video. I think we did a couple videos actually. We did one with a subscriber and then one with Matt and I, and it was how fast we could catch 100 fish. So if you guys haven't watched that video, I'll put a link to it up here. That's a fun one to watch. That was almost entirely done in the summertime on a Shaky Head. You have bottom contact, you have good feel, especially if you're fishing cover or you're fishing structure, you're fishing rock piles, you're fishing gravel, you're fishing ditches, road beds, those sort of things. With that Shaky Head, you have that constant bottom contact, and you can just feel a lot with what's going on down there. Helps you figure out the area you're fishing better. You can put your favorite drop shot worm on it, you can put a Senko on it, your stick baits, any of that you can put on a little Shaky Head. Just a different presentation. A lot of times those fish are going to be on bottom. That's where the jig's going to shine. That's where that Shaky Head's going to shine. Another bait that I really like throwing on a Shaky Head is going to be a beaver style bait. This is a Reaction Innovations Sweet Beaver. There's the D-Bomb by Missile Baits. There's Strike King has a couple different ones. What I should have brought was the that new one by Reaction Innovations, the Man Bear Pig. Matt and I, we shot a video in Arizona. We did a little competition on that in Arizona with that bait, or with a handful of baits, and that was the bait that literally caught every fish in the competition. But getting back to the Shaky Head, a little beaver or creature style bait on a Shaky Head is money. If you guys haven't tried that, go get yourself some Shaky Heads. They're super inexpensive, cheaper than a jig. Throw your favorite plastic on there, but try a creature style bait. For whatever reason, this on some days when they won't eat the worm, they will choke this, and you will have an awesome day when your buddy next to you who's worming or drop shotting can't catch a fish. It must be they're keying on crayfish, crawdads. They're just keying in on that type of profile, but that is a cool little bait to check out. Another one that you might want to rig on a Shaky Head is going to be your brush hogs. A lot more action to a brush hog. You got the little tentacles down here. They're going to be dancing around and stuff, but this is another little killer bait that you can fish multiple ways. You can Texas rig it, Carolina rig it, but a good way, if you haven't tried it, is to Shaky Head. Put it on a Shaky Head. Getting this thing all twisted up. Cool thing about this head, it screws. It's got a screw lock, twist lock, right in the head of it. So you literally screw the face of the bait on there, and then you hook it back into itself. Again, all this stuff you can fish on a spinning rod. You can fish on a bait caster, however you want to fish it. But the key, what we're talking about, is catching fish in the summertime. If you're not on that epic topwater bite, you're not catching frogfish, you're not punching, you're not doing the things that typically work in the summer, and they're just not working for you, downsize and finesse fishing will put those more fish in the boat. And you'll be surprised. You'll catch big ones too doing it. The last one I want to talk about, dead horse, keep on beating it, is the Ned Rig. This is the owner head paired up with the Robo Worms version of their little Ned worm. Phenomenal colors. I don't know if this video has been out yet or not, but I just caught a bunch of giant smallmouth on this worm right here. This is their desert craw color. This is a money bait right here. I think I caught like a 5.5 pound smallie on it, and a 4, and some other good ones. But this is a cool little bait. Again, this is the owner, the blockhead. Got a little bit more stout of a hook versus the TRD, the original, the head. But phenomenal colors with the Robo Worm. But that is it, guys. You would be surprised how many big fish Matt and I have caught on those little 4-inch worms. I know a guy that caught, I don't know the guy, I heard the story of a guy who caught a 15+ pound largemouth on 4-pound test on a little worm this year here in California. So it happens. You know, we can't always catch them on 80-pound braid, grind them to the boat and get them in. Sometimes we have to finesse them. We got to pick up the fairy wands, as sometimes they're called. But I love finesse fishing. I love throwing a spinning rod. I've caught some of my biggest fish with light line, light tackle, and it works year round. So don't be afraid to downsize, finesse fish in the summertime, guys. If you guys have any questions, please leave those down below in the comment section. Matt and I will try and get to those as soon as possible. And if you guys have any recommendations for videos, also down below in the comments section. Everything that I talked about, everything that I may or may not have blown through too quickly, I will leave links down below in the video description with favorite colors, sizes, all that good stuff. But if you guys like that video, hit that like button. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Matt and I are doing 3 videos a week for you. We appreciate you. You guys have a good day.